Hope you're all doing well, especially those of you catching this as a VOD, which I think is the only way most people are ever gonna hear these intros.
Yeah.
So happy to have you here with us, joined, as usual, by our good friend Seth the Overwitch, who just completed Wind Waker.
Yo.
And what do you think? Like, worth the hype?
The hype. Yeah. Definitely worth playing it through. Not as. I mean, not mind blowing, but very well worth a playthrough.
It's not like in the same tier as Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, or Breath of the Wild, but like, what, maybe just below Minish Cap?
Yeah. Like, I would say it's better than Ocarina. Not Ocarina, Majora's Mask. Just Majora's Mask
Okay.
style never sit well with me. But.
Oh,
yeah,
I got you.
pretty good.
Okay, so since we last left off last evening, friends, I actually did a fair bit of work off screen. Now, no plot advancement, nothing like that. I just wanted to make sure I didn't forget any items like emote chests in the early game before we knew emote chests were a thing. So I went back through and gathered up what we could, right? And found some things like an apple and a slightly worse apple, I think. And we got a pair of swords from a chest in the Boiling River outside of Rust Village. They're not as good as the blades we bought from the secret shop, so I'm not going to do anything with them, but we have them. And I got a cloak that I want to show you in a minute because it's amazing, and I think probably the best character skin in the game. But we also spent 2 more disbursements of Shadow Fragments to max out our mana gauge. We didn't get anything special or like a special notice, we just couldn't upgrade it any further. And we got our last emote from a statue in the Forest Shrine, as well as... Oh, goodness, what else did I do? Oh, yeah, we beat that second really tricky 5-star rift we discovered, leaving us with only 1 rift left to find. And what do you know? At the end of the stream, hey, MC. Good evening or early morning, sir. The end of the stream, or after the end of the stream, I discovered the final rift, which we're going to tackle at the very beginning of today's stream. So really quickly, dig this new cloak and this last rift.
Oh my god. Oh
It's
my
a celestial
god,
pattern.
Yeah, it's so cute.
I think this is the only thing that could beat out the Dark Link costume, right?
Yeah, this is just so stylish.
But yeah, as you would fear, the final rift is a 5-star. But it looks like, fingers crossed, it won't have as many buzzsaws. Just one
Buzzsaws
more.
are your mortal enemy.
At this point, yeah, I mean, anybody who played Super Meat Boy can probably relate. Oh no, it's just plenty of spikes. Oh no. Oh, good lord.
Ay.
Alright, well, this is a 5-star. You knew it was gonna be bad. But I think we can do it.
Big yikes.
It'll take a little bit of learning, just like the others. But we will figure this one out. Okay, well that wasn't too bad. Okay.
Not too bad so far.
Missed one, so we're gonna have to go back, meaning we will die a couple times just getting all of the Void Souls, but these are also the last 30 Void Souls in the game. We've collected all of them from every other rift. Yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you what, aside from the approach, based on what I've seen so far, this one is not that bad.
Yeah.
It's certainly nowhere near as bad, yeah, as, the Saw-laden rooms. Oh, damn it. Yeah, you gotta be really careful because even though the spirits we have equipped are on the whole really, really good for navigation, they also increase our jump height exponentially from what it would normally be. So, when you're trying to, say, avoid the spikes at the very top of this little wall here. Oh, shoot. That was close. That was close. We're getting them. We've already got 17 out of 30 Void Souls, so that tells me we're not too far off from the goal, hopefully. It's our stamina we've really got to watch here. Camera angles on these wall running segments could be a little bit better. It's tricky to see at certain points. Yeah, like, no way we're getting this, but we've got the right idea. I think. Or is there a way we're supposed to rest there? Can we maybe land on top of one of those kind of horizontal spike bars? Yeah. It's gotta be something like that, right?
Yeah, I think so. One of these, you mean?
Yeah. And yeah, it looks like you should be able to, but I don't know. We're getting this. We're getting this. This is nowhere near as bad as the other two. Damn it. So far. That hit detection was a little off. I'm considering this the game's last major challenge, though, since, you know, everything outside of the rifts has been really manageable so far.
Yeah. Yeah.
MC says this is straight up Spike Cubes no landing from Deathcore. Okay, remind me never to play that.
Yep.
I don't really like, personally, super tense, stressful platformers.
I know what you mean. The ones where you're not allowed to blink.
Yeah, that's right.
MC says mastery of control to solve that optional area.
Certainly seems to be what they're asking for here. Again, none of this is poorly designed at all. Like these sections I think are actually exceedingly well made, but very demanding. Oh shit, that was it. That was it though. I had it. It's not just control, it's timing. Like here. Huh. Huh. You know, though, I can definitely see the appeal, because the feeling of pulling movements like this off properly is totally unparalleled. MC says Deadcore's not stressful, I find it has landing between difficult sections. Yeah, in this game, I shouldn't say this game doesn't, of course this game does. These 5-star rifts do not.
Beppo pooped an hour ago when I asked him to, and now he pooped again. But at home.
Well, he's working overtime. He thought he'd stay behind and do one more task. Ugh. The issue here is our stamina, friends. We're going to have to do this, as far as timing is concerned, without wasting a single jump or bit of momentum if we're actually to make it to the end. we're probably screwed.
Shit, I'm out.
Oh, damn it, damn it, damn it. It's those second walls. I don't know if they rotate at the same exact speed. I think they do. I think they do. It's just, they seem a lot slower when you're waiting on them. Doesn't everything. Okay. MC says it's all about timing. Yeah, timing and pacing, and also the fact that every goddamn thing you do in the air seems to induce a slight delay between your arriving at the wall and actually clinging fast to the wall. Like, we dashed into that wall, which was perfect, but we did not then immediately begin to run along it, which was not, because we then dropped straight down into the spikes. We've got this. This whole section is not that difficult. And again, of the 5-star rifts that we've had to tackle, this is the easiest by far.
Do it! Believe in you! I don't know why I sound like Mickey Mouse.
Oh, shit. That's one area where, again, our jump height, which has been a serious boon throughout the game, is actually detrimental to us. No! No! Oh, man. But I see what looks like another massive area like this straight ahead, maybe? Oof.
It's a level 5.
We've got 25 out of 30 Void Souls, though, from running as far into the course as we have, so I feel like we were almost there. Okay. Oh, ay, 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 ay. And also, one area where I can't defend the game is, especially in these sections that are reliant on wall running, the camera is not great at helping you judge relative depth. It's really not. Yeah, well, we've already blown this one.
Blown.
Oh, if only. Wait, we did it! Ho! There we go! Well, damn!
What? Whoa.
For the last...
I'm sorry I yawned at that, but...
No worries! For the last, void in the game, completing our roster of heart containers, that was not bad. The other two were much worse. Much worse. That second one with the blue buzzsaws that we encountered last night were just devastating. Oh, and we do get a special scene for this.
Nice.
Oh, hey, it's one of those gods we've not heard from in ages. Soul of Balance.
Yeah, of course.
Thou who hast roamed the land. Just that one old-timey word, huh? Thou who hast found the void. Thou who hast dived in fearless. Leapt through traps and faced death many a time. No shit. Thou who hast surpassed our challenges. Receive our gifts to you. Are these going to be the last spirits? Because we are missing 3 spirits yet. Oh? Oh, you took away my cool cloak.
Oh my god. How rude.
With blood from the gods, the silver tunic thou now wear was knitted. May its power aid... With blood from the gods, we knit you a sweater. Farewell!
With the power of the gods, please don't be cold. Here's a pulley.
Well, that happened. Okay.
Good job on dying multiple times. There you go. You earned a
Absolutely.
t-shirt.
Thank you.
That says I completed all the rifts and all I got was this lousy t-shirt.
A sacred and powerful tunic. Well, I guess if it's plot relevant, we have to wear it. Now, my question is... how do we find our last 3 spirits? Invader Dre, welcome to the stream, man. Hope you're doing well.
Hi, Dre.
It says they've cried you a sweater of tears. Oh yeah, like in SpongeBob. Right. MC says this is basically Kill la Kill. It's like Hollow Knight
Except-
if everybody was as adorable as the Knight.
Yeah.
How do we find these last spirits, though? Because have a look-see. We've got everything else that I'm aware of. We're just missing 3 spirits. 1, 2, 3. I'm fairly certain they won't be in the Queen's Palace. Does the inventor maybe have something for us? This is something I may look up, just to make sure we don't miss them. Because I do want to show off all I can. Yeah, let's see what we've got here. One moment.
Yep.
All around me are familiar faces. Worn out
Let's see. Up. We've got most of them. Again, all but 3. Yep, I've got all of these. I'm just scrolling through a list. Got it. Got that one. And we got that one. And that one. Oh.
Oh.
One of them is deep inside the water temple.
Oh. Yikes.
One of them is in the castle that we started the game in. And holy shit. One of them is in a very well hidden area in the temple gardens. Alright. Shall we set out to gather them then?
Yeah. We need all them pretties.
Starting with the Temple Gardens one, because I would have, like, flipped my lid if we had found that earlier. Trust me, this is really good and really worth it. This is the only time I've consulted a guide in this entire playthrough. Sorry I had to, but I do want to show you guys everything I can since we're so close to 100%ing the sucker. There we go. Thankfully, we don't have to buy these, because we're finally, finally running just a little low on the old moolah. Which is what happens when you just run around purchasing souls left, right, and center all willy-nilly. We'll go ahead and save. So, Seth, what do you think of our equivalent of the Fierce Deities mask, the little silver tunic?
I like the celestial one.
Me too.
Better.
Like, I like the radiant effect. Like, it does exude light. It's not just a silver color palette. But
Of course.
it's a little plain.
Yeah, exactly.
In fact, you know what? No, I don't. I mean, I hope it doesn't affect our performance in, like, the final boss or anything, but we've gotta go back to our
gotta go
tried and
stylish.
true, yeah. We also got this thing.
Nice. Very fun.
This is another favorite of mine.
Aww. Why is he so cute?
He's just the best. Like, that may be one of the best things they took from Hollow Knight, is the adorable design of the protagonist. MC says, I have my celestial multicolor costume in Monster Hunter World. I love anything with, like, a really cool shifting astral pattern like this. It's right up my alley. MC says, I've had enough of it. Really now? No such thing in my
I have
book.
a big heavy armor in Monster Hunter Rise. Also, Monster Hunter Rise is getting soon a very big update.
Already?
With a new ending and a couple of new big monsters.
Okay, you see up there? That little open-air balcony?
Mm-hmm.
That's our target, apparently.
Nice.
Now let's just see if old Brady can get over there.
Ye old Brady.
There we go. Can't believe some of this game's secrets are so well hidden. It's impressive, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're a completionist,
impressive.
like me, kind of infuriating, but really impressive at the same time.
Oh, absolutely.
Now let's see. What are we gonna...
Thankfully, I'm not a completionist. Ha!
Lucky. Oh yikes.
Yeah.
That's, that was a drop.
I used to be a completionist when I didn't have enough money to buy more games. So, you know, I would have to get my money's worth and more from the games that I bought.
Right.
And now I have like 300 unplayed games on Steam, and yeah.
Nope, there it was, I think. No? This is just where a gesture chest will land. Invader Dre asks, for those who played Monster Hunter, what do you guys think of the Switch Axe? I've been thinking of trying it out and wanted to know if I should bother making a loadout for it.
I did not like the Switch Axe. I think that's the weapon that I used the least. It was very slow and clunky and
The transformation gimmick's kind of cool, I think, but yeah, I'm also not one for big, slow weapons. MC says I only play longsword and heavy bowgun.
Yeah, I have a longsword and heavy bow as well.
There we go. MC says preferably full weeb.
Nice.
Here it is, maybe. No? What are these? No, these are swords. These look like something Cloud Strife would use. The steel shanks.
Yep. Shanks.
Well, how good are the shanks? Not as good as our death blades. No.
Wow, those names.
How in the hell are we supposed to... Right? Okay. Well, here we are at the top of the friggin' world. I do love that all of this is fully explorable, though. Can't lie about that. There it is, you little sucker! Well, first, let's see. Hold on, if I can find the gesture pad. Somewhere around here. No? It is really cool that the game is designed with really acrobatic exploration in mind. I really like that.
Yeah, and it rewards it. It's not like you've done all of that and found jack shit.
Yeah. Oh, and we got a Holy Sentry, which, judging by the icon, is one of those annoying little turret enemies. Before the Black Shadow, Holy Sentries protected Penumbra and patrolled the castle high in the sky. Oh, wait till you guys see what this one lets us do. Vader Dre says, I use the Insect Glaive in Sword and Shield a lot. How is the Insect Glaive? I've heard good things about it. You have any experience with it, Seth?
Try that one yet?
You used the dual blades for a while, right?
Oh yeah, those were cool, but I felt like I was missing a lot with all the acrobatics that I was doing, and that I was just flying around and could not really focus on the enemy properly. So I decided to go with the long blade.
I see. Invader Dreas, does it power up your magic? No. Hold on, we're going to go back to the sewers and use our Void Souls to craft one last spirit slot. Then I'll show you exactly what it does. MC says dual blades are often seen as the beginner blades.
I mean, they're small, so yeah.
When I played Monster Hunter World, and the earlier Monster Hunter games, each of which I played around with for a little bit, I was very, very fond of lances.
Okay.
Big ol' spears that you can jam straight into an enemy's weakest points. Yes, such as the rectum, to bring them down extremely quickly.
Nice.
Let's see. We want to go into the Spirit Seller's office, which should be here.
Oh my god, one character while smacking the big boss just said, I hope he has insurance. What? What kind of insurance? You're in medieval Japan.
Dine assurance. Okay, let's buy one more spirit slot. MC says every type of weapon is useful and welcome, that's what makes the game great. Just have to find the type that fits for you. That's absolutely true. Just like in Dark Souls 2 and on. Invader Dre says, I really enjoy the Insect Glaive. Once I started using the Kinsect more, I started being able to do a lot of damage and mount it a lot more. Nice. I remember from what very foggy memories of playing Monster Hunter I have, my playstyle was always based around doing my best to just incapacitate monsters and then just wail on them. Okay, this spirit. Y'all ready for this? You ain't ready for this. Check this out. Look at that ability. Allows for a triple jump.
Oh.
It's on a recharge, but we jump so high, we automatically take fall damage when we land.
Oh.
That is amazing. So now we're going to warp to, well, the closest area to the, water temple.
Hmm.
Let's see, yeah, we want to head down here. The amount of spirits that increase your mobility, like, in really significant ways, is impressive as well.
Mm-hmm.
Vader Dre says you jump so high you break your own ankles. Yeah, man, that is so cool that we are just obscenely powerful now by sheer mobility. Oh, the Queen isn't gonna have a prayer against this. It shouldn't take us more than a couple tries, unless she's just substantially harder than everything else in the game, which I'm not really expecting. In we go. So there were those two, and then there was one more. Right, where was the third one? Right, the Firekeep. Okay, I think, based on the photo, I know where this is. No, goodbye, Sentry. There we go. Gotta head to that room where we had to navigate, all of those, strange little, columns to unlock a couple of statues. Which I only vaguely remember, because unfortunately, as cool as this game is, it doesn't really seem to have a lot of dungeons, and
Yeah.
our last time in a dungeon, which was this one, was days ago. About how deep into Monster Hunter are you, Seth?
Honestly, I have no clue. I'm like rank 4. Like just started with the medium level quests, so yeah.
And the game seems to have a ton of different bosses to hunt down, right?
Yeah, it's a really big game.
Definitely appreciate that. Let's see. Might be in here? I think that's the room we just have to enter from the second story. Or on the second story. Vader Dre says, with the insect glaive, you just need to remember to maintain gels with your kinsect. Once you get that down, combined with the grip claw and mounting, you can keep creatures completely off balance and vulnerable for you and allies. Sounds handy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not here. That's alright, though. I'll gather up this ore that we almost assuredly won't need, but I want it. And there was that one more, like, gesture pad in the Temple Gardens we might want to get our hands on when we go back. MC says that with the longsword you just have to keep attacking until you dodge. That sounds right up my alley. Recklessness and style in equal measure. In we go.
Ooh.
Was it in here? No, maybe not.
No.
Yeah, it turns out not. I love that that has now officially outlasted the playthrough it appeared in.
Yeah. Nah.
MC says attacking continuously with longswords only after mastering it. Well, I mean, oh no, it's this room, right? We definitely... Oh, right, we've got to mess with this now. Oh well.
The cinematic that you get when the cats are making dango for you is so adorable that I have not skipped it a single time yet.
Oh?
Yeah, it's just too cute.
The felines are the best.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not certain about in more recent titles, but in earlier Monster Hunter games, you could also find, like, hostile felines.
Mm-hmm.
Like little kitty bandits.
Right. Kitty bandits.
And one mission in Monster Hunter... Oh, it was one of the Monster Hunter re-releases for the PSP. An early game mission involved just being thrown into an arena and having to, like, throw down with 50 of them. Not very strong, but they are very durable. Okay, let's see if we can't find this thing. Nope. Maybe it was in the entrance hall. That's another area where we had to manipulate statues. Let's see. I'll wait for it. There we go. Nope, not there. So maybe the very first room here. We also haven't had to control statues. There it is! There it is, right up there, tucked into that gallery. There, we now have the Love Flower, an eerie jewel with the name Nina engraved. This allows us to just gain more healing from all sources, I want to say. Vader Dre says, like Grandma Kitty. I would not know. I've not played much of the recent Monster Hunter games, I'm sorry to say. Okay, now we just have to go to, Firekeep to gather up that last spirit, and we are done. We're ready for the final boss, and then it's up to you guys. If we get done with the final boss today, it's your pick, Seth and chat, what you would like to see. Do you want to see more runs of Neon Abyss, or do you want to take the time it will assuredly take to install and start in on Hollow Knight today?
I'm not gonna be much longer here anyway, so I'm not gonna participate in the decision.
Alright, fair enough. And Vader Dre asks, what about the last emote? Got it. As far as I'm aware, that emote pad in the Temple Gardens and then this are all that's left as far as, like, considerable treasures to attain. Alright, MC, no biggie, man. Let's teleport on out over to Firekeep. MC says dentist tomorrow morning. Alright, well, I hope it goes well for you.
Yeah, good luck.
Also hope that at some point, you can determine which ministry that falls under. So we want to find that first shrine here in Firekeep, and apparently climb our way up into the rafters above it. Sounds easy enough. Izzy says, Brady, I'm not even gonna try that. Alright! If you guys ever want to see, like, what a Byzantine structure looks like, you can find it on Wikipedia, for instance, the organizational structure of, like, North Korea's ministries. Like, what in most countries would be considered the Ministry of Industry, or of, Commerce, is divided into about 20 different agencies.
Wow. Okay.
And I'm sure somebody knows the difference between, like, I'm not certain these are among them, but, like, the Ministry for, the Ministry for Industry and the Ministry for Production or things like that, but there was a time when I actually knew all of that, but... Okay, that's the spirit we need. Just hold on. Let's climb on top of the little bug man here. Oh, we can't climb the bug blade. That's a pity. Oh, no. Okay. I forgot that we have to interact with a prompt in order to actually nab the little sucker. Vader Dre says, sorry, didn't hear the second option. My talk-to-text activated. Honestly, don't mind either way. Alright. The second option was just take the time to install and start playing Hollow Knight. There we go. The Firekeep Tear. The symbol of the Fire Guard resembling the Oath of Serana. This amulet is infused with the soul of the ancestors. I think, according to the list I consulted, it gives us a second dash.
2 dashes, 3 jumps. I mean...
Well, like the third jump, the second dash is on a short cooldown as well, but really, it's worth it. Ding. Okay. Back to the Temple Gardens so that we can tackle the final boss. And he says, yeah, this is Dead Core. It's Dead Core, but adorable. And he says you can multi-dash, multi-jump. I like that so many of the traversal options are unlockables or upgrades as well, because it really gives you this sense that you start off already quite mobile and capable, and just become increasingly powerful as the game goes on. I do like that. Okay, what do we not need? Doubles the amount of collected ore. We don't need ore anymore. So, let's take this. Increase dash length, wall run, invisible platform, ta-ta-ta. I don't think we need the one that increases wall run distance. That's probably not going to be a huge thing, so let's grab the one that improves our attack speed instead. As he says, and bypass entire sections. And, oh, you unlock those traversal in Dead Core. And it's oddly cute instead of simply cute. Well, this is a very dark take on a rather adorable presentation, I think. Like, the world itself is kind of grim and ominous feeling at times. And I like that. Oddly cute would be something like the art style of Salt and Sanctuary, where it's a little grungy, but kind of charming in spite of that, or even because of that.
Game.
The world building was really cool, alright? I loved that, like, depending on your religion in-game, the save points and healing items, and basically all of your items were completely different. That was really cool.
Yeah, that was cool. That was the only thing that was cool with that game.
Wow, that's your Immortal Unchained, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I could see it. Like, when platforming just doesn't do it for you, games can be absolute nightmares to struggle through. Okay. Let me see here. I think we are gonna have to go back over there, so let's just ready up. Hup, 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 yeah!
Hi.
Oh wait, shoot, shoot, shoot. Okay. Okay. Good, good. There we go. There we go. All right. There it is. There's our gesture pad. So for this one we need whatever that is. Oh, we need to just... Is that saying no? Is that applause? Yeah! Give yourself a hand. And now jump all the way across all of this again.
I'm pretty sure that give yourself a hand actually means masturbate in one of the dialects in England.
That is not what it means over here. Usually.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Otherwise, I and everyone in Tennessee and also films from the 80s have been horribly wrong.
Oh yeah. I
He
mean,
says-
also choking the bishop means the same thing, you know.
Oh, yeah,
beans and
yeah.
Carrot.
No, I know all of those. Yeah. Invader Dre says, I was reminded today one of my favorite games when I was younger. American McGee's Alice Madness Returns was oddly cute, and would probably be a good way to describe some of the game. Yeah, and the sequel was also really, really good. Or no, sorry. Madness Returns was the sequel, wasn't it? There were 2 games, I know.
Madness Returns, I think, was the sequel.
Yeah, it was really nice. There were nowhere near enough bosses for a game with that many really wonderful monster designs, but I'll forgive it. MC says dead core image in Discord. Alright, let's have a look-see. Oh, that's very cool. Very, very cool. Love the visuals. Looks, again, kind of like the Shadow Broker's lair from Mass Effect 2, which had brilliant-looking visual design, in my mind. Vader Dre says, yes, gorgeous game, extremely disturbing. Yes, one of my favorite things about it, though, was that each world had completely distinct visuals and kind of ambiance.
Oh yeah, that's always cool.
I particularly liked the, origami world. Here it is. What do we have here? The Banana King. A banana cloak with an unknown origin? What?
I would not touch that banana if you don't know where it was. Where? Yeah.
It was not worth it. Dear God, it was not worth it.
My God! My friend Pedro, yeah. This is my friend Pedro, definitely.
Yeah. Oh. Jesus, okay, so that's never happening again. Bid races with the origami ants and the invading samurai wasps. Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
Invading samurai wasps. Interesting.
Yeah, that's right. From World 3 of Madness Returns, I want to say. Give me just a second to make sure. Since I've already got this guide open, are there any other secrets that I'm just clearly missing out on? Let's see. Spirits, weapons, tunics, emotes. I think we've got all the tunics. Uh-huh. I think we've got them all. Sorry, folks, I'm just running down a checklist. You know how I do when we near the end of certain games. That's right.
We know how you do.
That's right. We've got that one. And that one. We got Pumpkin Jack. Beast Cloak, Pure Shadow. Banana King, yes, we just got and kind of wish we hadn't. And the Silver Tunic. Nice. What about weapons? Do we have every weapon in the game? Diamond Wings, we got. Bloodstorm Blades, we got. The Silver Blades? Uh-huh. Sure did. The Bremer Family Swords, yep, that was a side quest reward. We got the Peacekeepers. We got the Iron Justice, because they were mandatory for completion. Yep, we've got every weapon. We've collected just about every single thing in the game then, ladies and gents.
Nice!
We've done it. So now it's just time to take on the Queen and get the hell out. Well, the Queen and whatever lies beyond. Let's do this thing!
Ooh.
Wait, before we go on, a quick tribute to, well, in my opinion, the best platformer of the modern era, because they actually included this in the game.
Oh yeah, look at him.
God, like, if I didn't love this game enough already, they include an extremely obvious reference to A Hat in Time. Like, oh.
Oh yeah.
This studio is doing great things. By the way, Gears for Breakfast, whatever they're doing next, I'm all over. Just as soon as it releases, we're going to stream it. Like, man, a Hat in Time sequel or another game in that vein would be amazing. Alright, welcome to the Goddess Chamber. Is this going to be a boss arena in the vein of the Poop Room and the Fire Room and the Ice Room? Probably. Okay, I assume, like, maybe in a New Game Plus, like with Hylian in Wind Waker, we'll be able to read this. At present, we cannot.
Maybe you need Tingle to make it readable.
Dre says, especially with the improvements they made in just the DLC to Hat in Time, yeah, Death Wish mode and its plethora of brand new missions were great. Yakuza Metro was incredible. Seal the Deal itself was just alright, but ooh, okay. So, as we expected, the Queen is, or rather, all of our save point idols were forged in the shape of the Queen.
With them.
Yes, of course. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. Oh. Excuse you? What? Okay, so we're going...
wanted harder bosses. There you go.
Well, it's certainly more involved. I do like that.
I want the boss to be more involved.
Don't we all? Okay, wait, maybe we're
Anyway.
supposed to use our shield.
I'm gonna go to bed now. Good night.
Good night! Thank you so much for joining us, Seth. Okay, hold on. I do like that this appears to be integrating some kind of puzzle component. What? Wait, we were just supposed to dash through the shield, or...? I will confess to being more than a little confused here. Or we just take the damage, or... What exactly? MC says hit the head right, but she's covered by this shield the entire time. And she does in fact have a normal, like, torso hitbox. Maybe the fight, or this phase is just a little glitched? I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, okay. Okay, phase 2. What on earth are you supposed to do there? MC says the bottom is hit, but no damage is dealt. Shield and hit the head. Well, we used the shield, but it seemed to damage us all the same. I could be wrong about that. Let's try the shield again. The reason I don't immediately jump to the conclusion that I'm doing something wrong in this case is, if you didn't see the Fire and Ice boss battles, both of them were very kind of strange with hit detection. On both our part and the bosses. Like, we connected with a lot of hits that probably shouldn't have, and vice versa. Like we've said, combat is not the game's strong suit. It's really, really not. But you would expect what boss battles they do integrate to be, well, just a little bit more polished than this, right? Hey, Starlight, welcome to the stream, and the end of the game as it happens. We've collected just about everything, and are ready to wrap this sucker up. With a fight against the Queen, who is not great. Not great, honestly. I like the design. Like, I love the design of her statues. And this is... It's not just the same basic idea. I'm fairly certain it's the same model. Let's try shielding, then. Ah, wait, MC, you're right. It didn't deal any damage to us. But wait a minute, wait a minute. Are we supposed to wear the silver tunic for this? No, so it's not that she takes no damage, it's that she seems to take damage completely at random. Sometimes she recovers from her shield being ruptured instantly, and other times she gets kind of fatigued and we can wail on her. Yeah, this is weird. See? Like, this is really... MC, you're right about the shielding, but this is really bad. Like, there we were able to get in one hit. A single hit. It's because she starts to recover almost immediately. What the shit? Like I'm making contact, right? We're doing just fine and nothing's harming her. I don't know, maybe we're supposed to use fireballs. Nope. Oh, this is a real shame for a game this good to end like this. There we go. Don't know why, and again, I don't know why it works so rarely. Yeah, MC says she has a super short regen. It's not polished, unfortunately. That's really sad. Like, okay, there we go. Well, that time we were able to get 2.5 combos off on her. Like, what? At least our mana regen is fairly generous. Okay, phase 2. What? Pretty sure we dodged that, but alright. Excuse me? There we go. Okay. The timing here is really tight, but it's not ridiculous or anything. Excuse me, I meant to raise my shield, but... We were shielding that time, right? And still took damage. Oh, dear sweet lord. Well, we didn't take any damage that time until she regenerated her shield right in our faces. Looks like this is gonna be a 4-phase fight too, God help us. There you go. Dre says, yeah, this battle's super unpolished, which really is really unfortunate. It is. It really is. Okay, now phase 2. Okay. Well, this doesn't seem as bad so far. Hello? Excuse me? Okay. Pretty sure we got you. No? Okay, whether or not we're any good at this, this is still much easier than the last phase. Oh, there she is. I think she might have a different number of eyes than the clones. Or... no? Not like it matters. Well, this is just... compared to the first two phases, this is actually kind of sad. Oh no, she's a little bigger than the clones, I think. Okay. Dre says, oh, that's why you want to use the silver cloak, because it glows and illuminates this phase. I think you're right. Yeah, it gives you just a little bit of additional lighting, which is handy. MC says, so this would be all dark otherwise? I don't think all dark. I think our vision would just be impaired slightly more. I think the silver cloak gives you a little bit of additional light around the character that, I don't know, might make it easier to tell the real queen from the fakes. That is to say, if we could ever figure out a way to determine which queen was the genuine article when we only had a couple seconds to tell, they didn't really give us that. Not that it mattered, that was the easiest phase of the fight overall. That was, You know, it's a shame, because visually, I think the fight was pretty cool, especially considering the game's limited budget. The boss looked interesting and imposing in both phases. The mechanics, on paper, were not bad. It is a little weird that this is the only time in the entire game where you're expected to use your shield. We didn't even have to use it for puzzle solving or the like anywhere else in the game, so that's just a little odd. It's forgivable because the queen's clearly using a shield of her own, so that's kind of like a suggestion to the player, I guess, that they should do the same. But a lack of polish just really, really hurt this fight. The first phase and second were extremely tedious because the queen had both a really, really uneven hitbox and a barely extant regen or recovery animation between her shield being shattered and her iframes kicking in for the re-engagement of the shield. And the third and fourth phase in her second form were honestly just kind of disappointing. She conjured up, I want to say, between 3 and 4 clones of herself to attempt to throw us off. But we didn't really get a chance to differentiate the queen from the clones consistently because we never got a good look at them. And also, they were only present on screen for a couple of seconds at a time before the clones would dissipate, or we would attack, you know, our best guess, and the sequence would repeat. And then the fourth phase, even though she had like lasers crisscrossing the floor and was attacking us directly, for the first and only time in the entire fight, only lasted for about 10% of her health bar, and also felt way more relaxed than the others. It got easier and easier as the fight went on, which I don't complain about. I'm not the type to criticize a game because of the presence or absence of difficulty. That's not what I'm about. I gave Balan Wonderworld a fair shake, for instance. I think the fact that the fight got easier is problematic here because I get the impression it was not intended to. That recovery animation, the jankiness of the first half of the fight, stop just short of completely ruining it. Especially the fact that, as I'm sure you saw, sometimes when we had our shield up, we'd take damage. Most of the time we wouldn't, but sometimes we would. And sometimes the queen would take damage, and sometimes she wouldn't. It's a really rough ending to a game that otherwise is brilliant. I adore this game. I can easily recommend this game to anybody looking for an action-adventure title, something evocative of Hollow Knight or of Zelda, a solid 3D Metroidvania. This is it. For a reasonable price, and it is very reasonably priced. You could pick this up and should pick this up and support this small team. It's a great game. Its boss battles, and unfortunately kind of its combat as a whole, are really, really lackluster. They range from mediocre to kind of bad. And unfortunately, the final boss, kind of bad. I'm sorry, but it is. Let's at least see what happens to Penumbra now that the queen's dead. Do we dispel the shadow, or... nope. Oh, or are we going to have to fight the shadow itself now? Nope. That's it. Okay. Robbie Studios. Excellently done, actually. Excellently done all. I think this is a brilliant game that I could... And it looks like it's made by a family, too. How nice is that? Or development was led by a family. Invader Dre has multiple endings? I do not think so. No, I think that's it. I will double check for you. But we did, like, everything. Everything. Nope, that's it. That is it. MC says maybe this means you were the bad guy all along. No, we were not. The queen was clearly possessed by the shadow. MC says as you progressed, the queen became darker and darker. No, she was possessed, way before the fact. This is something we know. Because we encountered her generals throughout the game, they were the other bosses, and they had been distorted into these, like, inhuman monstrosities generations ago. I will say, this game doesn't have lore as deep and ambiguous as, like, a Dark Souls, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I think it's a fairly straightforward kind of hero's journey tale, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. I will say, I adore this game. Its platforming, its navigation, its progression, and its remarkable approach to exploration and to growth easily make it one of my favorite games in this format that I've played from the indie circuit. It's amazing. There's something really special about moving forward in a game that prioritizes exploration and searching every nook and cranny, knowing that odds are good, that every little extra bit of effort you put in to explore is going to yield something usually unique. At its most common, some kind of upgrade material. But just as likely, a spirit that'll give you a new special move that you can use to go back and access new areas in earlier zones, or a hidden NPC that will give you a side quest that will get a special payout, or a new weapon, or a cool new skin you can play around with. Emoting on platforms, as Invader Dre taught us, will spawn chests that give you either little, totally meaningless but cute souvenirs, or new gameplay materials. This is really, really good. Really good. The world and its environments are colorful and diverse. The handful of dungeons, like serious dungeons the game integrates, I think there's only like 2 or maybe you could argue 4, are really well made, with an emphasis on integrating platforming as holistically as they can, without attempting to shoehorn in alternate gameplay styles or kind of divert from the main gameplay loop and mechanics. There's a lot of good stuff here. The game's only substantial weak point, as far as I can see, is its combat, and specifically those areas where the game attempts to marry its remarkable mobility with its combat. In many cases, this would refer to the boss battles specifically. But even those boss battles which didn't attempt a holistic integration of the game's disparate mechanics, at best, like those Temple Guardians early on, felt extremely rudimentary. It's unfortunate because in games like this, boss battles are clearly among my favorite features, my favorite moments of the game. And that holds true for any game with traditional bosses in them, instead of, just a regular enemy with a little bit of additional health and story significance, which was the unfortunate industry standard for boss battles a generation ago. But that weak point aside, and this is coming from someone who really, really likes combat in his video games, I have virtually no apprehension about recommending this game to anyone who likes Souls-likes, Metroidvanias, really solid, well-made indie games, or platformers. The rifts, the special platforming challenges we complete to earn more heart containers, are legitimately impeccably crafted. With the exception of camera angles throwing me off during those late-game exceptionally difficult rifts that involved a lot of wall running, I have no substantive complaints with any of them. The rifts can be challenging, they can be nerve-wracking and teeth-grinding, but are fun and rewarding platform challenges all the same. And they give you 2 very special types of rewards that feed back into the main gameplay loop: heart containers for more health, and void souls that you can use to craft additional spirit slots and further augment your mobility, which in turn will increase the likelihood that you'll be able to easily complete late-game rifts. I really like gameplay and upgrade loops like that, where disparate elements of a game's design or presentation reward you in ways that'll enable you to feel more empowered or feel more invested in other elements of the design. Yakuza, with its scores of side quests and mini-games and meta-games, does this really, really well. This is great. This is a great game, and I am so thankful that I had the opportunity to explore it with all of you guys. A big thank you to Seth the Overwitch for suggesting it to us. MC says, I don't know, I can see the main characters attempting to extinguish the last bit of light that is the Queen, and having to go meet her to fully corrupt her. You had to defeat her knights to get to her. Yeah, but if you listen to what we hear from every NPC, it's not just 1 or 2 factions trying to persuade us, like it was in Dark Souls. The Queen's Knights were like holy terrors that killed the gods and were locked up for a reason by different groups all thousands of years ago, and have just gone untouched because, well, they're awful, they're monsters. And the Queen herself allowed the castle to be corrupted. People are terrified of the wider world, people are terrified of leaving their homes or their villages because of what the Queen allowed to happen to them, long, long before we were born. So it's a simple story, yeah. And it's not as deep, and it's not got as many layers as something like Dark Souls, nor does it have as much room for interpretation as something like Hollow Knight. But it's a good story. What isn't exceptional in this game, aside from the combat, is at very worst functional. So that's why I don't have very many complaints. This is a great game that I am truly honored I had the opportunity to share with all of you. Now, actually, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry it's been a short stream today, but because I've been dealing with about 150 different things in my MC says, I'm not saying that part goes against it, I'm saying you're finishing the work. Maybe. I don't know, we didn't really get an ending. That's kind of the problem with interpretation there. We didn't get text, we didn't get audio, like you normally do in Dark Souls. You get an ambiguous ending, but you get an ending. Here we really didn't get anything at all. But, friends, I'm going to leave it there just because I'm juggling 150 things for work today. I'm so sorry today's stream was so short, but I did want to get this one on the books as quickly as I can. Fingers crossed I'll be back tomorrow to start streaming Hollow Knight, and I hope you'll join us for that. Thank you so much for your time, ladies and gents, and until next time, have a wonderful rest of your evening. Bye-bye.